Hey everyone, you made it to our show, Oak Road Diaries. It's a podcast where we get to take a journey into the lives of different experts and we get to explore their roots and their own self-care practices.
In each episode, we dive deep into their personal philosophies, daily rituals, and transformative experiences from their lives, which offer all of us valuable insights and practical tips for our own well-being.
Join us as we uncover the wisdom behind intentional living, one story at a time.
This month on Oak Road Diaries, we're honored to sit down with an extraordinary guest, Vernon Jackson. It was truly a pleasure and honor to chat with him. He's a barber, entrepreneur, and community leader from Cincinnati, Ohio, who's redefining what it means to give back with heart, purpose, and style.
As the founder and CEO of Noble Barber and Beauty and the creator of the Gifted event, Vernon has dedicated his work to serving children with disabilities, particularly those with sensory sensitivities.
Through the Gifted event, he offers free haircuts, shirts, and toys to neurodivergent children, funded entirely through donations, creating not just a service, but an experience of care and dignity.
His approach, rooted in empathy, patience, and deep understanding, has earned him national acclaim and the respect of both the barbering and special needs communities.
In our conversation, we explore how Vernon's mission aligns with the 7 pillars of transformation, showing how his work touches lives on every level: social, emotional, physical, spiritual, and beyond.
It's not just about haircuts with Vernon. It's about creating a world where everyone feels seen, valued, and celebrated. He is also a 2-time best-selling author of Looking Glass and Looking Glass Part 2, where he shares his journey of purpose, service, and impact.
You'll truly be inspired by Vernon's story. A story of bold vision, big heart, of pure faith, and the power of community-driven leadership.
Now tune in until the end of the show to experience the full impact as Vernon performs one of his poems. I've taken to that as well, where I used to be huge into sports and then all of a sudden I just kind of drifted off. I just realized throughout the week my team would lose and I would just be super emotional about it. And I thought to myself, like, why am I doing this? It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. It shouldn't be something that you're consuming your life with.
Exactly. Exactly. Next thing you know, you're over here stressed the f out. Okay.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right, and you're trying to figure out your whole life and how to get back on schedule, and they're still getting paid.
That's
They're
right.
getting paid.
Yep.
All
No
right,
doubt.
but you're doing the pain with the attention
Yeah, you
and
go.
your feelings. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Man, and all you
That's
just like
all I'm
spend a
saying.
decent amount of time. What are some other things that are kind of where people fill their time with sports and those are hobbies they have? You got other things like that are of interest to you?
That I do.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Oh man,
your
listen.
things.
I'll be cool in the house, man. I'll be cool in the house with my
Nice.
plants and my dogs. You know what I'm saying? And
Plants,
you know,
okay. So
Plants.
gardening.
yeah,
I hit a bell in my head right there. Yeah, plants.
yeah. If you look at my Instagram story right now, you see like when I got home and got settled for my weekend travels, sitting in my living room and just doing absolutely nothing. Just being on
Oh,
my
dude,
phone.
look at that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then I got a video I have to do it in a selfie position that shows that plant room, that dining room area. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Put my albums on or for some Pandora.
Woo.
Yeah, man.
I see you got yourself a snake plant there. What's that big one? Is that that looks like
A
a,
bird of paradise.
yeah,
Yeah.
bird of
And,
paradise.
and, and behind
Woo.
that is a ponytail palm. I have a monstera in it. The monstera is flourishing.
I see that.
Um,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. And I
No,
have
dude, it's just something about plants, man, that just really brings peace into your environment, right?
yeah, I breathe better. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
I have a lady friend that comes over, they just relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just
Oh
chill.
yeah.
It's like
Sets
I
the
So
tone.
much better. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I said, listen, if you bring in more stress than this room has to offer, you're not gonna fit in my life.
I love
It's
it.
just
Oh,
I
and you
love
you
got
it.
know,
two like identical Frenchies.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's the mom and daughter.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Man,
man.
they're beautiful.
Yeah, no, yeah. The
Oh, look at
littlest
that.
one, the littlest one is a toxic crusader, man. She's Man, listen, man. She's a menace. She's a menace. And
She
when
just,
she's
what
and
does
when
she
she
like eat everything?
no, she's just in your face. She's just wait, I think she has ADHD. I think she has ADHD and she just I mean, she jump all over you. She listens now, but but she insists still she's a start.
She
She just
starts moving.
like
How old is she?
she's like probably like about a year now. But
Oh,
yeah,
she's got
like
all the
but
puppy
if she's
energy.
if she's sitting still, she's revving the engine at 12,000
She's like,
RPM.
let's go.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
You see the
Like
tail going.
in neutral, in
Brrrr.
neutral. Okay, hitting the
She's
gas.
revving it and she wants to pop it into like
She
into like
wants to
set.
pop the clutch.
She just wants
Okay,
to pop it. Just
yo, and spin out and and go to 12.
I
Okay,
love
go
it.
to
that's
12
fantastic.
and pearl out, man. Listen, man.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, listen,
Yeah.
Vernon, you said you got what do you got? About 40 minutes or so? We want to respect your time.
Yeah. About 40
Yeah.
minutes. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So definitely we
Yeah.
be as efficient as possible. That'd be great. I'm actually at the dealership right now to get
Okay.
this car. So
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, the car that you're in? That's the car
Well,
you're
not
buying?
yeah, no. This is the car I'm bringing back.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, man. So so okay. What's
Well,
so is it no cussing on here? What's the vibe here?
honestly, the vibe is authenticity. So
Okay.
whatever you are is I want you to bring it to the table, man. Just give us who you are, man. We're gonna like you said, we're gonna go efficient. Um, we really our platform. I don't know if you looked into to us who we are, what we're all about, or if it's just like, hey, these guys look cool. Let me immediately volunteer some of my own free time to go on their show,
A little bit of both.
or whatnot. But a little bit of both. All right, cool.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, number one, man. Like
Yeah.
this new platform that we're trying to do, we're trying to raise awareness on intentional living, trying to get people to get back into not being reactive to their life,
Yeah.
to see what fits in their life, and we're trying to show them by our 7 pillars of self care. By being
Okay.
intentional with something every day, it could be one thing that hits seven or seven individual things,
Mhm.
and we're just trying to meet new people, meet and see how these people that are doing some influential things in their lives and in society, how do they live intentionally in their life, and
Yeah.
how do we bridge both our platforms? And we came up with this podcast, and we just like to talk to people. We love hearing about people's stories, and Jared and I were both extroverts. We're talkers. If we were sitting on a bench or in the park, Vernon, we would just be.
So I'm
I can
telling me
already tell,
Vernon's the
man.
same way.
It's
He's a barber, man. I mean, come on, that's what
of
they do
course,
all
yeah.
day.
Hey
We'd
man,
have a
nah,
good time, man. A good
I
cookout.
would
We,
yo.
we would be
If
chilling.
I'm on a bench, I'm shutting the hell up. Okay, and hopefully somebody don't see how nice I am in my spirit and try to talk to me.
Uh,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
Because then I'm like, I gotta talk. I gotta talk now. I gotta
Yeah. Well,
talk.
listen, you're kind of giving all day, right? It's a lot of energy to do that, and you just
Yep.
kind of need
Yeah,
some me time, right?
Yeah. I know,
exactly,
right?
It's
man.
your. You ever
Exactly.
see Parks and Rec? The treat yourself.
Yo, that's it, bro. Yes,
Just treat
That's it.
yourself.
man.
Treat
Yeah.
yourself.
Oh
Treat
man, I
yourself.
tell you
Yeah,
what,
man.
I love a
That's
good treat yourself day.
sitting in the park, man. Nah, I'll go on a hike. Tell you,
Okay.
I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm in movement. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can't sit and talk to me. You know what I'm
That is very
saying?
hard for people with high energy and large extroverts where they're just, it's very difficult. For some people it is to sit there and just be like, all right, I'm in my own space, in my own head. I'm like you where I need to keep moving. I don't know
Yeah,
what to do with my time where I'm just sitting and doing nothing. I have to go
yeah,
do something that's hiking or being outside, doing something where it feels like I am getting back within myself. Whereas some
yeah.
people they need to go into a closed dark room and and be away from everybody.
Yeah. I do that too. I do it
Yep.
all.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do
yeah,
it
I'm
all.
kind of the same way.
Yeah.
So Vernon, let's do so. This is kind of, especially because we want to respect the time. So we'll kind of do an outline, which we don't always do, but given the time, we want to try to be respectful. So I think kind of first off, love to understand more about you. Get your story, get your background. Obviously, the gifted event, like get into that and kind of how that all evolved. And then if there's time, we really wanted to talk about just you and who you are and your platform and the message that you're trying to speak to the world really through doing, and kind of how that flows through our 7 pillars of transformation. In so doing, you're going to realize like, holy crap, I didn't realize like there are these 7 things like and more,
Yep.
Yeah.
right? That and how it touches upon that. So maybe if you don't mind, we just kind of dive into that.
Perfect.
So So you born and raised Cincinnati? Is that maybe get into that and kind of your journey to becoming a barber?
Yeah. So born and raised here. My mom had me when she was 17. And so, had my sister that 3 years after she had me. And she was, just trying to figure out her life and trying to, create the best life possible to, by moving in different areas. So we started off in downtown Cincinnati before yeah, regentrified and brought up, you know what I'm saying? And, she has always been moving us out to different areas to have a safer environment and better school districts as possible. And so, um, when we got out to to my high school times, we were, you know, I, I liked my home school, which was Princeton High School. I did enjoy it. But it was brighter than what I was used to. The environment was brighter. It's what I was used to. And so I ended up doing a tour at the vocational school that they're partnering with called Scarlet Oaks. And I was like, let me go check it out, whatever. But they offered cosmetology, and I
Okay.
was like, well, let me, I'm like, okay, I went through. Well, the teachers that was there, that was at the school doing a presentation about it, she's like, well, you should come check out the program. I said, if I did anything, I'll be a barber. And she's like, well, you'll be able to do a lot of the same things. You know what I'm saying? Some differences, but you should come and check us out. So I was like, all right, whatever. And so I
Yeah.
go, and I'm like, all right, the campus is cool. You know what I'm saying? The colors is more neutral. You know what I'm saying? Like I like a neutral color kind of guy.
Hmm.
And I could focus on something. I wasn't doing in school work the whole day. I could do is like one part in school work, another part theory work, other part on the floor and hands on, which for my attention span is perfect. So
Yeah.
and so
I
that's
feel
how
you
I
on
really
that.
went. You know what I'm saying? Like and that's how. So I didn't get my license in barbering. I got my license in cosmetology. I just do more hair cutting and focus on cutting. So I would consider myself more of a barber technique type thing.
Sure.
So yeah, that's how I got into it. So, but it was never like my desire or my goal. I just know I did not know if I wanted to go to college, and
Hmm.
if I was going to go to college, I didn't want to have a regular college student job making regular money. And if I didn't go to college, I want to make sure I was financially cool too while I figured my life out.
Okay.
So did you work for other barbers as you were building up, or did you got out of cosmetology, Votech out of high school, and you're like, bam, I'm gonna start my own place?
So out of school, I worked at like Great Clips, worked at Supercuts, worked at some
Hmm.
salons. You know what I'm saying, to get my hair cutting speed up because a haircut is the basis of any hairstyle. I styled
Sure.
hair for like 3 or 4 years while also cutting hair. So it was definitely a process of like whittling down to what it is that I actually wanted to focus on in my life. And I realized doing hair wasn't my thing. I said, "Fuck that! It's
Hmm.
not. I can't do it. No." You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's just women a lot of times they come in like, "What do you want to do with your hair?" I don't know. What do you think? I'm like, I ain't got the kind of imagination, and I don't care honestly. So
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's some magazines. Look at that. Right. And they're like, I mean, it's cool, kid. I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm doing like a 35, 40 minute consultation before I even
Plus the
ask them to
haircut,
do
which takes
hair.
4 hours
You know what I'm
sometimes.
saying? I'm like, I can't do this.
This is
I
for women
can't.
hair, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not built for it. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, for me, like I said, I never really had a plan for my life. I never had a
Hmm.
plan what I wanted to do, but I was always open to a vision that was bigger than my own, and that I had for myself, and as long as it was good. And so the shop I own right now, I worked in it for about um probably about 8 years before I owned it.
Oh wow.
And but the time went so fast. Man, I love the environment. It was cool. And God just knew, like, man, you know, if I'm looking at it from a God view, God was
Hmm.
like, hey man, I got some plans for you. Or I'll put it in this perspective. I got plans for Vernon, but Vernon cannot be a booth renter for the magnitude that I'm going to have him in. So on my end, I was like, in the shop. I love the space. Staffing went down. the owner
Mm-hmm.
of the shop was becoming more focused on real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So it was only me, one other barber in there, and then a stylist and two on the other side. And so, I talked to the other barber, said, "Hey, what's your plan is?" He's like, "Well, if they're about buying a shop," I said, "Well, let's just buy this one. We're already here. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We already here. We already, you know what I'm saying? It's already built out. We gotta do none of that stuff. Let's go in half and do it half season, do that." And
The
that's how
customer's
I got
already there,
into it.
right? You don't have to do any of the marketing other than just saying, "Hey, new ownership," kind of thing.
Exactly. And change the name to
Yeah.
our own name, and just went from there. And so, um, it was cool. And then I ended up buying him out like 2 years later, 2.5, 3 years later. Because we
Hmm.
bought it during right before COVID hit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So we bought a shop, and then COVID hits, right? And right
Dang.
before
Oh
that hit,
man.
I dropped a book. I'm a two-time author. I dropped my first book, was 2019, and
Uh-huh.
I sold probably about 600 copies during COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
but in all, I think
People
I
wanted
sold.
to read and learn back then, so.
Yeah, it was about dating and relationships anyway. You know what I'm saying? And so I sold about 7,000 copies total. It was the number one new seller on Amazon. So when
That's
it
awesome.
came out, yeah, man. So I thought
Congrats,
I
dude. That's
thought
that's
that was what I
huge.
was gonna do. Yeah, I thought that was what I was gonna do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do is be a podcaster and talk, and go to and do book tours. That's what I thought I was gonna do. But that was me trying to like take my own skill and make
Mhm.
it and make my life in the image of my imagination and my own skill set. And so, to land the plane, I was like, man, like, as time progressed, I said, let me just, my partner was focused on real estate himself. And so I'm like, well, I'm doing a lot of work in this thing. I'm doing a lot of work with this anyway. You focus on that. Let me just handle this. Let me just do this. You focus on
Nice.
that. You know what I'm saying? And so, thankfully, he obliged and allowed me to buy him out. And so after that, things started going more with with the take off with the gifted event. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it's like, yeah, it's one thing to be, oh, you're a barber or stylist who works in this other person's salon or
Hmm.
establishment doing X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, a
no,
lot of people don't realize the. I go to obviously to a barber, and I try to ask him. He doesn't speak much English, so he definitely responds to me in good ways. But I try to understand kind of the complexities of owning the shop itself.
yeah,
It's not as simple as people make it think it is, right? Or
yeah,
as
no,
simple as it it may appear. But
no,
there's like any other business, there's a lot of complexities to it. So what
no.
what made you, I guess, in that moment, you're like, okay, I got this. I can do this on my own. I don't need a partner to kind of lean on. Where was the gumption, I guess, to do that? Where'd that
Just
come
built
from?
like that, man. I just don't give a
Yeah,
shit. I'm
yeah.
gonna figure it
All
out.
right, my
I'm gonna
man.
figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and could things be better? Absolutely. But I'm not
Mhm.
afraid to jump out the window
Mhm.
and figure out how to fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I've been carried through so much. My faith, I'm like, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna
love
be
it.
okay.
Yeah, you just
And
you just trust that there's. It sounds like you're a God fearing man, a Christian man. Is that safe to
yeah,
say?
yeah,
Yeah, and so it sounds like you just kind of were like, listen, I'm gonna do my part. I know He's got my back.
yeah. He always
Right
has.
here, here's an opportunity. I'm just gonna move forward, and things are gonna work out.
And mind my business.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So literally, yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
with the gifted event, so were you cutting or I
Yeah.
guess
What led to
taking
that,
on this
man? Like
role? I mean,
that's.
that's a ship jumping in of itself, right? Like you're cutting every types of person's hair, I'm assuming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So what led you to like, this is my calling now. This is where, God's putting me into this place where these neurodivergent kids are, accepting me into their lives to allow me to cut their hair.
Man, it was one of the things where it felt like I mean, I've always loved kids, work with kids, volunteer at church with kids, like mainly like the 1 year olds. I
Hmm.
love the 1 year olds because they're like ones are they're still close enough to baby and to God in the sense of like
Hmm.
they're there, but they're also transitioning into becoming more independent,
Yeah, and they can
right?
kind of communicate a little bit, right? Like,
Yeah, you know what
They're
I'm
in their sweet
saying?
spot.
Like, so I get my baby fix of like the cuddles, and whatnot, and think like, go figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
go do your thing, right?
hmm
And so, and I did really good with that. I excelled very well with the kids, and they used to call me the baby whisperer. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? There's like Vernon, something about you, but these kids, they love you. And like when it was a child that was having a hard time in the nursery or in kids club, they would just bring them to me. I was the last resort before they
Okay.
called the
Oh wow.
parents, and I always level them out, man. You know,
What kind of stuff
yeah,
did you
man.
do? Were you just talking to them, or you just kind of hummed,
Yeah,
or
it's just the same energy that everybody sees on the videos.
yeah?
The same person. I'll pray over them. I'm like, listen, hey, I say, welcome to Earth. I know it's hard. I know it's some BS, man, but you know what I'm saying. You'll figure it out. You
Nice.
know, and I'll welcome them to the space, and I hold them, and next thing you know, they get cool. So you want to get down now? I said, I said,
Oh,
all
that's
right, I'll
awesome.
let them go play.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
So,
yeah.
do you have any of your own kids at this point?
I have none. I have no kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was just a natural. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
So, okay, so you're in the barber shop, right? Like, what's the day? Obviously, I'm sure you had worked with children, autistic children, and other children that are neurodivergent in some way. Like,
yeah.
you've seen it come into the shop. I'm making assumptions here, but like they came into the shop and you just kind of found that you
I
could
hated
naturally
it.
work with them.
I hated it.
Mm.
Okay.
You hated
I
working
hate
with them.
yes, because I hated working with kids because a lot of times when kids come in, you have the kids themselves and kids, even neurotypical kids, they don't like getting a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then you have the parents' expectations.
Yep.
And
So true.
what they think it's going to go, what kind of haircut they want their child to get. This is
Yeah,
like
I
at
want
a
it to be
time.
like this. Is like you're
Shows
Exactly.
you
They
a
come in
picture
with
of
an
Justin
Instagram.
Timberlake and says, "Make my child this way."
yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's so
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
I'm a parent, and that's what I've done sometimes. I'm like, I want it to be like this, and they come back. I'm like, we paid what for what?
Yes, yes, yeah,
Yep.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I
So
don't
something
care.
shifted in you then. Something's like, you know
No,
what? I love these kids now.
no. Let me tell you. So then what happens is, like, and then when there were divergent kids, because in my industry, I had to be efficient with my time. So I had
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
system,
Time is money.
had my haircut system with kids to do a haircut in 15 minutes, right? So but when a parent would book their kid's appointment, they would never specify that their child was neurodivergent. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So then they come in, the
Oh
kid
yeah,
was stimming, and you know what I'm saying, and
yeah. And there's a bunch
we
of other
don't know.
kids in there.
A
It's throwing them
parent,
off even more.
it's after school, so there's parents there. It's a full shop. Other clients are there. It's just a lot, and I'm like, and now I'm running 10, 15 minutes late,
Mm.
maybe 25 minutes late. It may take like
You're more
15 minutes
stressed. People are
to
looking at you. Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
just a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I hated it for the environment that it created without being organized.
Got it.
So but God was like, doing what God does, and put everything in a package that was like, because it's already on my heart. Like I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to say I don't do neurodivergent kids' hair. 'Cause I said that'd have been fucked up. And I
Yeah.
was like, then I was like, well, then I also do kids at all. But I was
Okay.
like, I don't want to just stop doing kids altogether. It's just that, whatever. Like, so, a friend of mine, she gave me the encouragement, and Vernon, you should, I was like, I've been thinking about my heart to set aside a day to only do, like, especially these kids' hair. So Vernon, you should do it. And it was at that moment it clicked. I said, you know what,
Stop
fuck it, I'm
thinking
going
about it.
home and
Just
do
do
it.
it, man.
Exactly. I went
Yeah.
home, I brainstormed what I was gonna call it, um, and to make it more of an experience versus than like, ooh, especially these haircut day. You know what I'm saying? That's whack as hell. You know what I'm saying? So, and I come from being a promoter and doing events and poetry and showcasing and acting. So I'm trying to put it in that frame of mind.
Yeah.
And also for branding purposes, I wanted to make sure that I was intentional about what it'd be for branding purposes as well. You know what I'm saying? Because when it came down to the shop and doing events, I was always about branding and visualization and
Sure.
how I get the most out of the brand itself. And so
This is
and that's what
before
it
the
was.
gifted event happened. You're already doing this stuff,
Correct.
is what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So before the first haircut day, this is why I was already thinking about how I was going to have to go.
That's awesome.
And so yeah, I played it out a month out. I put it on social media, And then people say, and so that's how that came into fruition. That I say I can commit to giving the kids 30 minutes. I know it's 15 and 20 minutes to get them good, get them
Mm,
together, and then take about 10 minutes to do a haircut. Cool,
okay.
yeah. All right, so if push came to shove, and then at the same time, if I can't get the kid comfortable in that 30 minutes, then forget it. I can't do it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know I can live with myself. I did what I could in
Sure.
that time. And so then that's that part. So then the donation piece came about because people start hitting me up like, oh man, like I love what you're doing. Can I sponsor a haircut? I was
That's
like,
awesome. Yeah.
I mean, I guess so. Sure, why not?
You're like,
Right?
I've
You know
never
what I'm
had this
saying?
happen before.
Yeah. And I felt weird, like because it put me into a position to have to receive gifts,
Sure.
right? And so and you know, to do it, and I wasn't even charging parents more for my off hour time.
Hmm.
So I was still working at a deficit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
which is my other thing. Like, I'm not like I know I'm too good at what I do to be charging what I'm charging, but
Got
I
it.
didn't have the security, emotional security to do it that way.
That makes
And
sense. I get it.
so where the donations piece became so powerful because now it takes everybody's hand. I don't have to touch nothing
Yep.
outside of managing it. You know what I'm saying? And um,
And the
parents, you gotta pay
donation,
them
it pays for your time. It pays for like the candy they get, the shirts, the toys.
Yep.
exactly. So now I don't have to worry about nothing. I can fully be present.
Yeah. Which
I
is
can
awesome.
fully
Yeah.
be
Your
present.
mind is free. You're able to
And the
actually
parent
truly
doesn't have
connect
to
with them.
pay. They're not
No,
paying you at
yep,
all for the
yep,
haircut.
no. They I put it. I allow in some videos because some parents they just book because hey, count, how much is it? Like nah, or I count at least tip or something.
Hmm.
I'm like I'm like no, get out of my face, move. You know what I'm saying?
You can
Receive.
donate for the next kid.
Yeah, no, not even that. Say this, let's receive it.
I
You know what
love
I'm
it.
saying? I don't know if they do it afterwards. I can't. I'm not tracking them. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm like, no, like you do a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is our way of giving back, or not. This is our way of saying we see you,
Yep.
and people are doing what they can to share in the responsibility in that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know. I talked to an occupational therapist last week, and I didn't even know that haircuts is one of the top two things that families look they get work on, to work with their kids with, and becoming more acclimated and comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
So it,
even like the neurotypical kids, where it's still a high sensory for them,
Yeah,
where
heck
the
yeah.
buzzing, they're locked in on a chair. So for I think any kid
Can't even
itself,
imagine.
it's an
Yeah.
experience with. So with the
yes.
gifted event, do you have specific dates, or is it anytime throughout the week, or tell us about that platform?
So when I first started doing it was every third Monday.
Okay.
But as it grew, I started doing every third Monday and every third Wednesday.
Hmm.
And now I just cut out every third Monday and I just do every Wednesday from like 10 to no, from like 11:30 to 5:30.
That's awesome.
So every
Yeah,
Wednesday, 11:30 to 5:30.
yep.
That's
And so
And they have
fantastic.
to
then
sign
I'm
up beforehand, obviously.
Yep.
absolutely yeah. So I'm booked out probably about 3 months now.
Yeah, I would
Um,
imagine. Yeah, if you're
yeah,
only in those time frames, then I'm assuming
yeah,
you're probably fully booked for, like you said, for a long time. So 3 months.
yeah. But then I also but throughout the week I'll take like my graduating kids.
Hmm.
They can book their haircuts during the time. If I have a kid that I'm working with, I'm like, you know what, they need more time, and they come more frequently. You know what I'm saying? I'll send the parent that link and have them book to get in sooner, so that way I can create more of a rapport with the child. Then when they get more comfortable, then I can space out their haircuts, and then it's I can graduate them to really be able to like get it done correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get it done correctly in the normal time frame of your barbershop.
15 minutes exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
And are you on average? You said what is it about 25 minutes that they're there?
30 minutes.
It's 30
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. When they coming out, they get 30 minutes until they become acclimated. I can get them done in 15 minutes.
Do you
That's
do
awesome.
repeats with it? With
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. I got a lot of kids. They book out, and then then. But I'm also but. before I got to this point, fellas, I had a, I like before I got here, I knew who I was.
Hmm.
I knew my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a pushover. I'm not just a happy, nice guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I got boundaries and I don't give a shit. It's what
Hmm.
we doing. It's what I can do. This is what I'm not doing. It's all from a place of love. Loving
Hmm.
myself first.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And respecting my own boundaries.
Yeah.
Because when I didn't, my boundaries couldn't protect me. You know what I'm saying? So now everything is all good.
What kind of feelings, if you don't mind going past the boundaries that you're talking about, did you feel or did you interact in certain ways different when your boundaries were pushed?
Absolutely. I mean, I get frustrated. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, no,
Well,
like,
yeah, we're all sure.
yeah. I don't. Even in my, that's why on my Instagram,
Hmm.
I'm very, now my TikTok is different. TikTok and YouTube is different. But my Instagram, I'm very intentional about showing I still be out here popping bottles. I live my life. You know what I'm saying? I do. I enjoy partying. I enjoy a whole lot of things. I'm a full human being. And if somebody's leaving a weird ass comment in a section, I'm talking
Yeah.
shit back. Like I don't care. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I have
Yeah.
no problem checking some bullshit, yo. I
I get
don't.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do it as much. I do it enough so I can feel it and like let people know don't
Yep.
fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hmm.
But other ones I just delete them or block them. You know if I catch
Yeah.
it. But it's just so many
Sure. If it's
comments. It
bad enough,
just
you're like, I'm not going to put that energy out there. Is what it is. But if it's
Well,
something
you're not
tame, I'm
mad
gonna
at
I'm gonna
everything
I'm gonna
either.
check them.
yeah. I
So,
mean it's a draining. I just don't have the energy for it no more.
so
You
Yeah,
you
know.
for sure.
spend your time right now. Are you basically spending? Are you in the barbershop 6 days a week?
No, I'm in a barbershop 4 days a week, Tuesday through
Okay.
Friday. But outside of that, outside being in the shop, because I'm still booking my neurotypical clients, the adults and other
Yeah, of
kids.
course.
I'm still booked. But I just give so much of my human and the fullness of it through these experiences. I don't have the bandwidth to be in a shop all the time, and so and I also still got to edit videos. And I
Oh
do have a
yeah.
company that I
Hmm.
have that I pay to help in that to offload some of that to help edit the videos. But I'm still managing them.
You got
Then I
other
still
barbers that work for you?
I did. They've left. They had one. He just went to a shop
Hmm.
closer to him, or more of a sweet style space
Sure.
closer to him.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
So
that.
then there's that. The way of the salon, the barbershop is changing. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna have two barbers I'm interviewing this week that may want to join, but you see how that goes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Then I gotta see. It's a lot of managing
I
pieces.
know.
Oh
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, yeah, for sure.
and God forbid something breaks, a sink or some shit. Now I gotta get somebody
Right.
out on that, manage
I mean, your
that.
Clippers, man,
You know
just
what
the
I'm
Clippers
saying?
themselves, right? Yeah.
Well, thank God for
So,
Babyless
and is there?
and yeah, that's it. Thank God for Babyless and
Yeah.
JRL. They've sponsored, but Babyless been very, very on top of it and sending me new tools here and
Wonderful.
there. And Paul Mitchell has sent me like two
Nice.
packages of like of products I can give to the parents, and it's a 10.
Oh, that's awesome.
Also, so yeah, Paul Mitchell
Nice.
actually has they're doing a conference in August in Vegas that they've hired me out to speak at. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
wonderful.
Like, so
Awesome.
yeah, man, like, it's a lot.
You got some big
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
happening.
Heck yeah. Well, we're kind of rolling into the what you're doing in your world and looking at it through the lens of what we call the 7 pillars of transformation. Maybe we dive into that real quick here.
Yeah.
So these questions will kind of come from that just as we've thought about it. And again, these conversations are usually a lot more free flowing, but we're condensed time. And so we just kind of want to hit it if you don't mind.
It's absolutely, man. It's sound good to me.
Yeah, perfect. So this is kind of from the lens of the social pillar. Just curious how you've seen your work change the way that your community, kind of your micro community, but even the macro community that you have. How do they view neurodiversity and inclusion based on your work?
You know what? What's so fucking cool, man, is seeing how hearts are opening up, how people become more patient, like how clients, how people, viewers on social media, fathers like, yo, I watch your videos all the time. You help me, and you soften my heart up to be more patient with my son.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm
Just
saying? Like,
That's what it does for me, brother. I got to be honest.
oh yeah.
I watching your videos, I'm just like, dude, like I've got a son who's very, very like all of my kids are childlike, but he is like he's almost 8, and he's it's Louis, Sam,
Yeah.
and so he is so high energy. He's a comedian, bro. Like Vernon, he is the guy from birth. He's always wanted to have people laugh, and he'll do whatever it takes without thinking just to do that. And a lot of
yeah,
times it's like, and I found myself the other day just saying to him, like, why, just saying things you just don't want to say. And you think back on it, you're like, why did I say that?
Right.
yeah,
And I was watching one of your videos as well. I'm just like, dude, like, children are there they're a blessing, right? Like, God tells us to be like children. They're
yeah,
there, they're teaching us, they're perfect teachers.
yeah,
And I think you portray that beautifully in your interaction with them. And like, that's really how we should be. I mean, we're teaching them, of course, we're teaching them how to be adults, but like, it's going to evolve, and they're going to evolve into that.
yeah, yeah.
But maybe don't
But
do it too so soon.
they challenge you to be more present. You know what I'm saying?
That's I was just gonna say that
You know what I'm
when you were
saying?
saying that, Jared.
And where even in your situation with your son, is that, especially creatives, man. As creatives, we're colorful. We're like, yo, it's so, like, especially if we're joking or making fun to make awkward moments less awkward,
Yep.
or you know what I'm saying, like, and just, even if from a love, to be having an overflowing amount of love and energy, that we want people to feel what we're feeling.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And so he would, it's the thing with parenting, which is why I love working with kids so much, is the fact that these kids, they haven't been beat down by standards yet,
Yeah.
or
The layers
everyone
haven't been
else's
added
It's
on
so
rules.
yet.
beautiful.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
And so so they're honest as fuck. They don't care.
Yep.
We're gonna be real with you. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? You realize that we're actually teaching the kids how to lie better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How to better word the
It's
truth,
so
or
true.
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so, don't get me wrong. You're like, it's okay for you to feel frustrated because you don't understand it, because it's not how you live. But the understanding part of it
Hmm.
allows you, like, okay, cool. Allow him to have this moment to express it, but then say, okay, son, that's it. Can you give me a little bit of time right now? To like that, because you still got to reclaim your own energy too, or put him into situations and moments that you could create for him to have, or to be in his fullness in a more structured way. You know
Yep.
what I'm
Yeah.
Makes
saying?
sense.
Like, so it's like,
Yeah.
hey, well, son, here's a video camera. Just do your thing right here, and then let's edit it down and make it
Yeah.
to a funnier, some X, Y, and Z, or you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and then and see what's up, because he'll naturally, as time goes on, he's going to adjust. You know?
That's exactly right. He's going to adjust, but he doesn't need his parents just making him an adult from day one. Like it just
Yeah.
isn't. Or how can you be more involved? Like for example, I enjoy exercising, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I finally just did it. Like if I go out on a run, I told my kids, I was like, hey guys, I'm going on a run. If you want to hop on your bikes, come with me.
That's
Hmm.
Because
awesome.
I don't think they have the
Stamina.
endurance yet for the run,
Not
but
with
for
their
the
Yeah.
bike,
type of
that's
runs,
easier.
man. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, but for the run, this one was just a quick 3 mile loop, nothing crazy,
Yeah, just a quick 3 mile, Vernon.
Yeah.
but it was just it was a lot of there was a decent amount of climbing, especially if like you're a kid on a bike. It's like 200 feet of climbing over the whole thing,
This
Yeah.
and so which isn't crazy, but like anyway,
It definitely
the kids
is.
were with me. It was
you're talking to a
Well,
guy in
but,
Cincinnati, man. He lives in the city. You're telling him it's a
a little
200-foot
flat.
climb.
we're Healy. We're Healy here, and I know, like,
Yeah,
no, yo,
yeah,
but
yeah.
whatever you say, I'm listening.
Yep.
Yeah, no. So they just I was like, I want to test this out and see what happens. See if they can stick with me. And I was doing the loop, and the two youngest are the ones who went with me. So my daughter, who's 6, and then my son is basically 8. And I was like, the two oldest like go, and they're just like, yeah, they just like they turn back. And the two youngest, they just stay with me the whole time. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
stopping more than normal because I'm at the top of the hill. And my little daughter's just like kind of slowly coming up. And then at some points, I have my hand on her back and I'm like pushing her up because I'm like,
yeah,
it's a steeper hill, but I want her to kind of see like just stay on the bike. Like you don't have to walk this
yeah,
hill. And it was just a really fun experience. And I'm just like ultimately like I'm learning to be present right now with this
yes,
and just enjoy this. I'm still gonna get a good sweat on when we have downhills. I can book it, and all that stuff. So anyway, I just like it just kind of humbles you and it kind of you chiseling off a little bit of that what the world has put on us over the
Yeah.
years. We're kind of
Exactly.
getting back what we call, Sam, the inner child, right?
Yep. Yep.
We're
Yeah.
kind of revealing more than child. Go ahead, Sam. I think you had a comment.
Yeah, with your videos, as Jared was talking about, like your videos inspire people to be present, to to
Mhm.
to not go into the child's world, but you're bringing them into your world, and you're intermixing it, but you're being present with what you're doing. I did this all the time with my son Logan, where I mean I was bored as hell at home, and I
Yeah.
was like, I love golfing, so I brought him into the golf world. And
Hmm.
fast forward now 10 years, he's a little golfer, but
Yeah.
he's like Jared's kid, where he's got a lot of energy. He's
Yeah.
spirited. And he cannot just sit. He's got to keep actively moving.
Yeah.
And it seems like your videos just create this inspiration for parents that are like, oh, man, I'm depleted. I have a neurodivergent kid where I don't know how to get into their world. I don't know how to get
Yeah.
them into my world and stuff like that. So I think your message is what you're doing is awesome. I mean, obviously Cincinnati has thought it was awesome because they named a day after you, dude. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, I got three of them. I got
that's
three of them.
you got 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I just want to make sure you kept it right for the record. That's all.
let's get it
That's
right, man.
all.
So
We
what
missed
are
the other two in our research. Sorry
we
about
did? Yeah.
that.
What are the other dates, man? We know April 25th is one, right?
Yeah. April 25th is one that the Hamilton County had given me, and but Cincinnati had given me this or August 15th
Okay,
for the gifted event, and then Cincinnati also gave me December 13th.
dude.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
gifted event?
No, it's for me personally.
You
Oh,
personally.
just the Vernon Jackson Day or what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
admirable, man. Well
Yeah.
done.
Good for you, brother. Good for you.
Thank you.
How do you incorporate our 7 pillars into your life? What do you do in your daily life? How do you be intentional with your life?
Well,
Okay.
he'd have to know what
So
those pillars are. Do you have an understanding of kind of what we're getting at? Kind of
yeah,
mental,
yeah, for
physical,
sure.
emotional. Yeah, keep going. Okay.
Yeah, so I work out like 3 to 5 times a week. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Whether it's I'm doing hiking for clarity and endurance, hitting steps. You know what I'm saying, for the same thing. I got a personal trainer. And I do that to make sure that I can have the endurance and strength to work the kids anyway.
Mhm.
I'm very intentional about taking time to myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I need a break, I'm gonna take it.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna overdo myself. I know it, I feel like I can always make more money. I can't make more time.
Mm.
And so, so which also allows me to be present. I'm honest with how I feel. I'm aware with how I feel. And I acknowledge my feelings, but I also allow them to pass. I don't have to hold on to them, right?
Nice.
And in my boundaries, as I mentioned before, I learned that which is why I phrase it this way. When I respect my boundaries always protect me. And so, and I use that same principle in every part of my life. So I operate from a place of having systems, from the emotional way, how to keep regulated, to atone for something, or to you know, to in my cutting hair to be efficient, and everything is done like, okay, if it's out of order because it hasn't been intentionally put in order, and
Mhm.
there's confusion in place. Confusion is happening because clarity hasn't been reached, right? And if I don't have clarity, is I don't have clarity because I haven't given enough time and thought to reach clarity,
Yep.
right? So therefore, everything is reduced down to what is that I am or am not doing. So therefore, I hold the responsibility. And so once I get down to that, I get it. 'Cause if God has allowed everything to work out when I don't have everything,
Mhm.
when I don't have understanding, imagine how much more efficiently things will move when I have an understanding of who the hell I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a great line right there. You're
Yeah.
not ready to have that clarity is what I got out of that. That's
Yeah. So
awesome.
Yeah.
if I don't have it, it's not mine. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? And at the same time, and the clarity is so important. Even when I'm dating, or how I'm living out my life, or having conversations with people about things, like you like you don't if you don't know it is one thing, but if you can't articulate it, you haven't given it much thought,
Yep.
and then that's on you.
Yep.
The other
Absolutely.
part, the wisdom is just timing. Outside that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't give it
Yep.
thought.
Well done.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Ronan, if you've got any off the cuff here. We didn't even, man, there's just so much more I want to unpack. Your poetry, right? And
Oh yeah.
Is there anything that is there like a little poem that you could recite right now that you kind of know off the cuff, or if you wanted to read something that you feel comfortable reciting?
All right. You are a creation of excellence, designed and destined for greatness. You are the immediate magnificent exemplification of what God represents to endure through the journey, to be molded by the hands of God to form your character, to submerge in a very existence of existence to emerge spiritually intact. So we are not inadequate. Our greatness is not just measured by our technology, but more by our spiritual and mental intellect, by our will, by our hunger to speak when others are silent, to speak in civil disobedience, to speak in civil disobedience when others have to respond in violence, to fight violence with truth, ignorance with truth, to be the walking proof with truth that words can break the bones of evil. So, no matter how many bullets the cops or streets spit at you, no matter how many jobs hire or fire you, no matter how many people perceive or look down upon you, see, they do not define you. You are not who and what they say you are, but you are sacred, designed and destined for greatness. So fear nothing. Be judged not by men, but by God. Speak not from your ego, but from your heart, and celebrate death. Because only then will our lives truly begin to start. We are all truly a work of His art. Yeah.
Whew. My man.
What a
Hey.
blessing. And that,
Oh man.
those are your words. Okay.
Yeah. I wrote that when I was like 2021.
Man, oh man, man.
Yeah.
Dude, talk about goosebumps and power, man.
I can't wait to
Yeah,
listen to
man.
that again. Brother, we appreciate you. Listen, we know you're a busy man. We
Yeah.
appreciate the time that you've blessed us with. Obviously, there's more to unpack. You know, would love if at another point it makes sense to kind of sit down and continue the conversation. We didn't even tap into the
Absolutely.
poetry and the books and why did the books happen. You know, all that
Yeah.
whole journey. Like, there's a
Let's
lot to
do
get
that.
out there.
Where can people, our listeners and your listeners, where can they find all of your stuff? Your books, your message, man. Where's it all at?
They click the link in my bio. You get it if they're on social media. But author Vernon Jackson for sure. Author Vernon Jackson.
Excellent.
And
TheGiftedEvent.com.
yep,
If you
yep,
would like to, I love on there how you guys are literally trying to train others to do the same thing in their
yeah.
communities.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah,
man,
I
it's
gotta go
fantastic.
now.
Hey, Vernon. Thanks, buddy. It's good talking to you, man.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Oak Road Diaries. We really appreciate you, and we really, really do hope that it added even the tiniest bit of value to your life.
If you felt that the conversation resonated with you, we invite you to share it because you really never know who needs to hear this today.
You can find more tools for intentional living and the 7 pillars of transformation at thehappyatrium.com or connect with us on our socials at thehappyatrium. We'd love to see and interact with you there.
Until next time, keep tending to your inner child, one breath, one step, and one story at a time.
Take care, and we'll see you down the road.